Right, that's got a bit of an Italian feel about it, and that's very fitting actually to play that as the introduction to my first guest on tonight's show. How much do I love ice cream? Well, you know that. I talk about it a great deal. I'm one of these people that will actually go into a department store, one that's around the corner from me, starting with S, and just sit and eat some gelato or some ice cream. Literally, as I'm about to go shopping, I absolutely adore it. So my first guest you're going to love, and let me just read the introduction to his book. His book is called Ice Creamists, or The Ice Creamist, should I say. But this is what he says. There is nothing more incongruous than the collision of unforeseen and spectacular life-changing events that led to the creation of the Ice Creamists. It began when I was an excitable, stuttering 5-year-old seaside boy waiting for my father to buy me my first ever Flake 99 ice cream as I gripped a stick of rock in one hand and a Kiss Me Quick hat in the other. We lived in what we affectionately called Planet Thanet, a piece of chalky rock bobbing around the southern end of the North Sea, surrounded by the crumbling seaside towns of Margate, Ramsgate and Broadstairs. As I left the ice cream parlour on Margate seafront, I know it so well, I used the chocolate fake bar to press the ice cream gently down into the cone to make sure that every mouthful consisted of softly whipped ice cream and crunchy wafer pieces. And I should imagine that was the birth of the addiction to ice cream. And I'm really pleased to say that I welcome into the studio the author of that and the author of the book, Matt O'Connor. Hello.
Good evening, Joe. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I have a love affair with Thanet. I absolutely love that. I spent my honeymoon one night in Deal, actually.
Did you really?
Yes, but as an actress,
Right.
I worked a lot in Ramsgate.
The Theatre Royal and stuff down in Margate, yeah.
And in Margate. And when I said I knew the ice cream parlour, it's the ice cream parlour in Broadstairs that I know.
Morelli's on the cliff top. Yes, I used to buy Knickerbocker Glories there in the attempt to seduce a girlfriend of mine. I was licked on the beaches. I licked them everywhere, but I never got licked near an erogenous zone after going to Morelli's. More's a pity.
Morelli's have that great big ice cream cone outside. I love it, and so many people have been photographed by that. But at the time it was thought quite eccentric, still having an ice cream bar, an ice cream parlour in like the 70s and the 80s when we were becoming a bit more cool. But now it's come straight back, hasn't it? It's
phenomenal. I mean, London is the ice cream capital of the world. There are so many amazing gelaterias which have opened up in our capital city, particularly last year. I mean, when I first started the Ice Creamers with a pop-up store in Selfridges, Joe, and that was
it was in Selfridges.
It was in Selfridges.
That's where I go actually on my way.
Yeah,
Selfridges is like my corner shop, so I go in there always.
Do you know what? It's my spiritual home, and we're hoping to go back in there at some point. But it's a great industry to be in, and it's changed dramatically in that period between 2009 and 2012. There's been this explosion in gelaterias, and I think we've really got a flavour for what great fresh ice cream and Italian style gelato should be about.
Because when I was a kid, and this was like in the 50s and the 60s, the only choice we had is my dad would say on a Sunday when we had Sunday roast, I'll go and get a block of Neapolitan.
Yeah.
And that was wow, because the chocolate down one end tasted of chocolate and the raspberry, the rest in between was all a bit dodgy, but that was as exciting as ice cream got, wasn't it? A block of Neapolitan.
And we as a nation, we haven't, to have a great appreciation of ice cream, and it's taken a long time to get there, and we've had a lot of it's been American ice cream, which is full of fat and full of sugar and full of chunky monkey. And my kind of love affair of ice cream was when I went to Italy with our gelato master, who's like a Jedi master, only taller but cooler. And he said to me two things, Joe. He said, don't mess with my ice cream and don't mess with my mama. I said, I'm not going to mess with your mama, but we're sure going to play with your ice cream. And so we took Italian gelato and we've kind of evolved it and we've mixed it with...
Just explain to me, what is gelato just the Italian for ice cream, or is it, because I was led to believe it's slightly less fattening. I know
much lower in fat, much less air in it. It's got a much richer mouthfeel and texture, and generally because there's less fat in it, the flavour is more pronounced and much stronger. And because of that, you don't need to add the chunky monkey and bits and pieces to it, because you're talking about an amazing quality product which delivers incredible flavour and incredible mouthfeel.
Yes. You were saying that if you're going to get addicted, addiction to ice cream is quite a good one. And a lot of people are, aren't they? I was saying that, if I'm going into Selfridges to spray myself in free perfume and go and try out the MAC count, I will stop and have a little bit of ice cream. And it's like I'll have a coffee as a fix. I'll have ice cream as a fix. It is highly addictive, isn't it?
It is addictive. And they say, we say lick your addiction at the Ice Creamers. Yeah. We have a prescription for your addiction at our store. But the thing is it is said to have a similar effect as other drugs have in terms of satisfying the neurons
and the feel good factor.
Yeah, and the feel good factor. And for me, what we've tried to do is to sort of elevate kind of Italian gelato and just take it in another direction. And we're always trying to do things that people haven't done before, to boldly go, Joe, where no responsible ice cream man has gone before.
You certainly did that with the breast milk ice cream. It caused a bit of a sensation, didn't it?
Bit of a ripple, but still in a D cup.
Yes. Is it you? Yes. Is it you that said we're the only mammals that drink other mammals' milk? Which is right, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, when we looked at doing it, Joe, we I had to speak to my wife first and get her view on it, and then we spoke to some other mums about it, and they said, "Great, Matt, you should do this," because some people thought this was an ice cream that was for men or for perverts, and we said, well, the real perverts are the people actually drinking the cow juice, because if you think about it, we are the only mammals that drink the milk of another mammal. And the reaction from Westminster Council, who obviously banned it initially, was that this was somehow some kind of dangerous foodstuff. And yet in the thousands of years of humanity, there's never been one single recorded death ever from anybody consuming breast milk. So please, breast milk is the most natural, most wonderful thing in the world.
Absolutely. Your book is delicious. It is like an art gallery. It's a work of art. It's like an art book. Well, it really is an art book, actually. The photographs, I don't know who your photographer is just...
Anders Schoenemann, who's Danish, and the guys at Octopus did a fantastic job, because what they allowed us to do, Joe, was to kind of get the spirit of the ice creamist down visually and in terms of on the page, and allow me to do what I wanted to do with the book, rather than it be sanitized or be cleaned up. We've kept the whole essence of what we're about in the book, and it's a fabulous publication.
It is Octopus are a great publishing house, so you're very lucky.
I was very lucky, and a phenomenal team.
Yes, they
of
are. I know them well, but now the popcorn ice cream. As somebody, I'm obsessed with popcorn. I once actually lived for a whole year on popcorn and broccoli. Right. That was a very strange moment in my life, and I certainly don't advise anyone
I've met somebody as strange as me, Joan.
It's really weird. I love popcorn. In fact, look, what I've got behind me is a bag of popcorn in my bag. I have never heard of popcorn ice cream before, but let's just say this book is a whole, all the recipes for ice cream that you will ever need, and most that you have never heard of. And it looks simple from the way you've laid it out.
We've tried to... Can I tell you a very quick story? When I first started making ice cream many moons ago, we went to a department store, we bought an ice cream maker, I got it back the following morning, I got it out, and I said to my wife, this looks absolutely filthy. I said, what have you done with it? She said, Matt, that's the bread maker. So if I could make a career out of ice cream, I promise you that by the time you finish reading this book, you'll make Heston Blumenthal look like Ronald McDonald and Gordon Ramsay sound like a choir boy.
Because we all have, and I don't know why more people don't make it, everyone has a freezing compartment in their fridge if they don't actually have a freezer. So we've all got the stuff. You
don't even need, and the recipes in this, and we've slaved over this book, the recipes in this book were made at the ice creamers, and then I made them all over again at home. Right. And we used the freeze and beat method, which is just literally put it into the freezer and then whisking it again after an hour and doing that. Or you can use a conventional ice cream machine as well, which will do the job brilliantly.
Oh, right. So you can do, but you don't have to.
You don't have to do it. And the point is, it is really simple. Now, we like to create the impression that there's a kind of a magic and a chemistry and an alchemy to making ice cream, but I promise you, get making ice cream. I know the weather's dreadful, don't be depressed, get making ice cream, because I tell you what, it's a fabulous thing. There's some great recipes in it, and I think people will find it inspiring.
And can I say, for anyone who is on a health kick, there are some really healthy recipes in here as well, and there are some that are treats rather than healthy, but they're certainly not full of preservatives and rubbish. which a lot of American ice cream is. This is beautiful stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. But my eye was drawn to the popcorn ice cream.
Yes.
And did you say you brought some in?
I have some with me. I shall pass.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Thank you. What a treat to have this brought in.
Now we call this is called Smack, Crack and Pop.
It immediately smells of the cinema.
Yeah, it does.
It smells of the Odeon the moment I smell it. And
This is like crack cocaine in a tub. It's one of our best sellers.
Oh, Mel, do come in and try some of this. This is absolute, and I would like to introduce you to Fay Ripley,
Lovely.
who's here. She's going to be talking about. Hello, Fay.
Hello, Fay.
Let me
Hi.
introduce you. This is Matt O'Connor.
Hi,
Have a seat.
Hi.
Hello, Fay. I'm Joe, by the way.
Hi, Joe.
We are eating popcorn ice cream. Mel, have a seat.
I'll give you
This is Mel, my producer. Who?
Okay, now I have to be absolutely clear. This is like giving me a loaded gun. I've got a dairy
We have a
allergy.
gun in front
Oh
of you.
no!
But this is exciting.
This is
because apparently you've got a sorbet, which
I
I'm
have.
after.
Apple. This is our Steve Jobs.
Now,
Apple.
there really is no dairy in there.
There is
I
no
don't
dairy.
Want
This
Fay's
is
mouth
pure.
to
This is
swell.
apple juice and
isn't-
Zubrovka vodka.
It isn't an allergy. It's an intolerance. I should be
Oh,
very,
it's
very
an
careful.
Right. So which one? What one is
That
Fay
right?
tasting?
This is the Steve Jobs apple and vodka sorbet. It's made with Zubrovka
God.
bison grass vodka from Poland, and
taste that.
it's not very PC, as you know with the name, but it's the ultimate summer download. And this was a last-minute inclusion
Oh my
based on the drink, and I absolutely love it. It's
Okay,
phenomenal.
I'm going to say first, I've just smelt it, which you don't think to smell ice
Yeah.
cream. I'm in an orchard. I'm in an orchard / pub, and I'm loving
See,
it. Hang on.
she's such a foodie. She's done it so
Oh.
much better than me. That is all I said was of the popcorn.
it's-
It smells like the
It's the
Odeon.
Zubrovka which gives it a kind of unique, imparts that unique flavour.
Beautiful. You're
Yeah.
enjoying that, Fay?
I'm in heaven. I am the reason I have the intolerance, I have to say, is because I overdid the
Overdid it.
ice cream.
Now,
But
Mel-
it was
So
amazing.
have I.
Mel,
So have I.
you've got
Amazing.
the popcorn ice cream.
I
there.
have, and you're not getting it back. This is just delicious.
Isn't it
And
beautiful?
I can't believe that they don't sell this everywhere.
Well, no, and hopefully they won't.
Well, we're
actually,
hoping to
because-
put it on the National Health Service very shortly.
Can I
think
just
it
I
should
wish
be.
to God they put it in cinema so that people didn't make that noise with the real popcorn. You know,
Yeah,
wouldn't it
yeah.
be so much quieter? People having a tub of popcorn ice cream.
But Joe, I tell you, I was listening to what you were saying about the American ice cream thing. I'm so with you. I'm married to an Australian who's half Italian, so I've spent a lot of time in Italy, and I loathe American ice
Yeah.
cream and everything that it tastes like and looks like and has no smell. This is amazing.
Well, we sort of try and do things, and it's about getting the flavour across as well. And we're very experimental, so we've tried different things, and that's what comes through. Hopefully.
Well, Fay is
Amazing.
tucking in there, and Mel's
Really am.
taken the popcorn ice cream back to his little gallery outside. So that's going down very well. Let's move on because there are some real indulgences here, aren't there? Actually, lots of chocolate recipes, which is probably one
Lots
of
of
most
chocolate
favourites.
recipes that might have you licensed in distress flare the direction of your nearest Weight Watchers group, I'm afraid, but that's no bad thing. A little bit of what's bad is good for you
Well,
sometimes.
which leads us on to the pistol in your pocket. Actually,
Yes,
which I
do
must.
you want to? I don't know how you want to pass that around, or
Can I touch it?
yes, you can. Yes, you can touch my
Please
pistol,
do, Fay.
please.
Then pass
It's
it round.
bigger than I thought.
Yes, that's
And
what,
it's
That's what
colder.
my wife said once.
And it's melting.
It is melting. Yes, this is actually made. This has a small amount. You can put it in your mouth.
Oh, I see. I'm going
Yeah,
to put
yeah,
it.
you're allowed to put it in your
We've
mouth.
suddenly turned into
This is-
Euro
this is-
trash
Yes,
here.
this is like a good Saturday night.
This is our holy water pistol. It's actually made with a little bit of absinthe, and I'm allowed to say it's made with holy water, literally imported from Lourdes.
You
So
are
it's-
joking? Really?
No,
Oh,
it's,
good Lord, we're bound to have upset a few
I'm sorry.
people.
I apologise.
I bit
I know
the
I'm
end
going
off.
to burn her hell. She's bitten the end off my.
It was bad enough
Well,
doing
no.
gay marriages in church on yesterday's phone-in.
Yes.
This is now completely going to...
I've bitten off the bullet end.
oh.
So
Yes,
for
pass
hygiene
it.
reasons, go and.
But this is
get
our
somewhere
gun.
in.
This is
I'm
our
going in for the
gun-shaped.
handle. Oh, good Lord.
No, we
Such
always.
a beautiful colour.
That
It's
is
lovely,
brilliant.
and I say we always shoot to chill, and this is
I
our.
thought absinthe was illegal. It's obviously not.
We always hope that something's illegal, generally where we're involved, but I don't think it is. No.
That I love. I absolutely love that. That
Cool.
reminds me of my days of being a chambermaid in Vienne, just outside Lyon. I could be here for hours waxing on about that. I'm going to hand the pistol
Yes,
back to
I
you.
shall.
Matt.
Who's your main client for the absinthe pistol, if I may ask?
Main client, mostly young ladies.
Hindus.
No, we've not had that, but they because they're quite expensive because the holy water is very expensive. It's It's €100 a litre to import it.
Wow.
So we charge it at £19.85, which is the same year as the first apparition of the Virgin Mary in Lourdes. So, but somebody's doing a very good bit of business down in Lourdes with a tap, filling up bottles with holy
Do
water.
they know where it's going? I mean,
I don't know, but we've got to place an order tomorrow for about another 10,000 litres. So
let's hope they're not listening online.
no,
No.
not to.
Now let's just move on to because I'm going to rave. Faye, gosh, I've only had one mouthful of that.
It's strong stuff, I warn you.
I'm just quickly throwing to Faye because we're going to talk to Faye after the news. But have you got ice cream recipes in your book?
no.
So I'm not treading on your toes.
No,
with
you're
this
not,
item.
but-
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna nick some of these.
Yes, exactly. Now, Fire and Vice. This is beautiful. This is a chalice. This is a whole concoction in a chalice. Explain that to us, Matt.
That's I was with a Berber guide in the Sahara Desert one night, and we were playing around, and this appeared like a mirage to me. Which basically it's a chocolate infused with orange with a little bit of Grand Marnier, which we flame, and so we serve the ice cream alight. And again, it's a great cocktail party treat. Again, really, really simple recipe. Looks amazing when you serve it.
When you make these, what's the shelf life? For ice cream to keep it in the freezer, is it a matter of weeks or months?
No,
would you say? You
like-
probably eat it almost straight away.
I always say that ice cream tastes best when it's freshest. So I personally would always eat an ice cream within a few days of making it, but it will last for a long time. It'll last for a month easily.
And we're running out of time. Just very quickly, so I can have a little taste of what else you brought in. As Mel has stolen the popcorn ice cream. I think you brought in a couple of others.
Yes,
haven't you?
I've got the apple sorbet. Do you want to try
Oh
that?
yes, please explain what that is again.
Now this is the Steve Jobs.
This one's good.
Is it?
I've just finished mine basically.
So this has no dairy in.
It's absolutely no dairy.
Wow.
This is our
Thank you.
our apple sorbetto, which has been probably my favourite actually this summer.
And this has got vodka.
This has got the
Oh my
Zabrovka bison grass
goodness.
vodka. Based on the Polish string, one of my favourites, and it's where the bison, they fornicate, they defecate and they urinate on the grass, and it's macerated with the vodka, and that's what imparts this unique flavour. Yes, that
I'm
makes you.
getting that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
you're
thought I smelt that actually.
You
when
should be familiar with the taste of bison, won't you? Yes.
It's coming through.
Now, Matt, we are seriously running out of
Yes.
time, so can we just tell everyone the book is published by Octopus?
Book is published by Octopus. It's Vice Creams, Ice Creams, and Other Guilty Pleasures.
And so if you want sorbets or anything else, they are in there as well.
We do sorbets, we do our absinthe lollies, or vice lollies, as I should say. We do our vice creams, we've got the ice creams, we've got the guilty pleasures, spike creams, you name it, it's in there.
And if anyone wants to come and taste the actual stuff that you've made, where is it? Covent Garden?
We are in Covent Garden, one small lick for man, one giant scoop for mankind.
Matt O'Connor, it's always a joy to meet you. Thank you.
Pleasure, thank
and
you.
the book is called The Ice Creamists, and that's what the company is called as well. So if you Google them, you'll get all the details about where to get the book and where to buy the ice cream. And good luck. This has been fantastic. Faye,
Thank
would you
you.
agree?
I literally get me a taxi to Covent Garden.
Come with me, baby.
I'm on my way.